Happy Arvo. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you? Snow in Australia. Imagine that. So much snow that you can ski on it. Oh my God, look how beautiful that is. Sent in by just a bloke from the West. Not the Wicked Witch of the West. The bloke from the West. Thank you for sending this in. Top 5 skiing destinations in Australia. Holy crap. Look how beautiful that is.
And in the Northern Hemisphere, as the ski season reaches its end in the Northern Hemisphere, the season for shredding begins down under.
Oh my God, look at this mountain.
Australia is a great destination for skiing from early June
Who would have thought?
to the mid-October, and the country's best ski resorts offer unique winter adventures. Here, world-class winter sports competitors have been produced, and you'll find slopes and off-piste terrain for every level. In today's video, we're counting down the top 5 ski resorts in Australia.
They're a lot nicer than the ski resorts here in Indiana.
Number 5, Mount Buller. We'll start in Mount Buller in Victoria, which is often referred to as Melbourne's playground. Located just 3 hours from Melbourne, this ski destination has a bit of everything. From challenging black diamond runs to gentle beginner trails and everything in between. With 22 lifts,
I'm a little bit of a snowboarder myself. 22 lifts!
85 runs, and over 300 hectares.
And by a little bit of a snowboarder, I mean I go once every 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Of skiable terrain, including 3 terrain parks and a ride across course. There's something for every level of skier or snowboarder. About 35% of the runs cater to more experienced skiers, and the longest run is about 3 kilometers.
These are insane.
The area reaches around 1,800 meters in altitude.
I would be afraid to ski down with this many trees or snowboard. I'm not good enough for this.
Altitude, which is decent height for an Australian ski resort. But the resort only receives an average of 2.4 meters of snow per season. This is the least of the major Australian ski resorts, and most seasons the snow base doesn't even reach 1 meter. This can be a downside, but if you're not into skiing or snowboarding, there are plenty of other activities to keep you busy, like tobogganing or snowshoeing. After a day on the
Tobogganing? Is that a fancy word for sledding?
Other activities to keep you busy, like tobogganing or snowshoeing. After a day on the slopes, kick back and relax in the charming
Oh my God,
alpine
I would never have guessed this is Australia.
village, complete with over 30 bars and restaurants. Feast on delicious pizza, indulge in a fancy meal, or join the
There is nothing better than a hot meal after a day out on the slopes.
locals for après-ski. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of Australia's Winter Olympians in action at one of the resort's competitive events. Whether you're looking for a day trip or a longer stay, Mount Buller is a great destination. It's the closest ski resort in Australia to a major city and international airport.
God, it's beautiful. Oh my God, the spicy deluxe sandwich. That sandwich was pretty beautiful too.
Easy to access. However, this also means that Mount Buller can be ridiculously crowded on weekends with weekend warriors and sightseers. Number 4, Mount
Oh my
Hutham.
God, look how beautiful.
Have you ever heard of a ski resort where the village is located at the top of the mountain? Well, Mount Hutham in Victoria is
Actually, yes, that's how the one is that I'm nearest to. But it doesn't look anything like that. Anything like that.
a quite unique
I wouldn't call it a village.
upside-down resort and home to some of the most challenging terrain in the country. In fact, the resort is referred to as Australia's powder capital. Unlike Falls Creek, which is known for its family friendliness, Mount Hutham is considered by many to be the Australian ski resort for serious skiers and boarders. The ski resort is reasonably sizable for a Victorian ski field, with a vertical
How I know Australia has it all. Even if you're a freaking pro snowboarder. That would have been the one thing I thought, you know, maybe you don't want to live in Australia. Yes, you do.
drop of 395 meters and 320 hectares of skiable terrain. A whopping 40% of the 72 runs are suited for advanced
What is a hectare compared to an acre? 100 acres.
riders, and they even have the extreme zone, which has a few
I guess I
falls,
could have
super
figured that
steeps,
out.
and tight trees, so it's only for
Hectare.
experts. Although this resort is a paradise for the experts, there's a separate beginners area located a bit further away from the resort
okay,
center.
good.
Mount Hutham isn't just for skiing enthusiasts. Take a break from the slopes and explore the resort's 35 kilometers
This guy's
of
nuts.
cross-country ski trails. Or try your hand at snow tubing, tobogganing, or husky
The skiers that do it in like short sleeves, that guy was in a tank top. They make me mad, you know, because they never fall. They're just saying, I never fall.
sled dog tour over the backcountry trails. And when the day's skiing is done, head to one of the resort's 20 restaurants and bars for some après-ski fun. The resort peaks at 1,800 meters, but you shouldn't worry about snow coverage. Mount Hutham scores more natural snow than most of the other Victorian resorts and continues to expand its snowmaking capabilities. Plus, with the resort's location at the top of the mountain, you will have incredible views of the clouds alongside the white slopes below. Number 3, Falls Creek. With 92 runs...
I saw they had the snow machines, the things that make snow. They have those here in America as well.
White slopes below. Number 3.
It would be interesting if they didn't have that here in America. I'd be like, oh, wow, they make their own snow. But no, they do.
Falls Creek. With 92 runs and 450 hectares of skiable terrain to explore, this resort beats out all the others in Victoria when it comes to the number of trails available to carve up. Plus, with its wide ski fields, mellow pitches, and friendly village atmosphere, it's a firm favorite among families, beginners, and intermediate skiers. It's the opposite of Mount Hutham. Almost 80% of the runs are suited for beginners and intermediates, but Falls Creek also offers
These are for beginners.
Thrill seekers, with excellent freestyle skiing and 4 terrain parks. However, advanced riders should be aware that there's minimal challenging advanced terrain. The resort is very well developed with great amenities and services. The pedestrian-only ski village is a major draw, with all accommodation, dining, and snow activities. The
nice
many
food,
ski
too.
And ski-out accommodation is also part of the reason many families go here every year. It's a 5-hour drive from Melbourne, which makes the area less crowded compared to Mount Buller, which is a 3-hour drive from Melbourne. If you don't fancy downhill skiing, cross-country skiing at Falls Creek is pretty good, with a network of more than 65 kilometers of groomed trails that start right from the village. Or you can enjoy delightful views across the Rocky Valley Lake. Number 2, Thredbo. Right, moving on to number 2 on the list, Thredbo. With its prestigious national records and stunning views, Thredbo is a winter paradise that caters to skiers of all levels. This is one of the best all-rounder ski resorts in Australia, with 53 runs and 480 hectares of skiable terrain, which provides a reasonably good mix of slopes for all ability levels. Thredbo offers Australia's longest ski run, the Super Trail, spanning an impressive 3.7 kilometres. But it's not just about the length. Thredbo also
It's like 2 miles.
boasts the highest vertical drop in Australia.
Oh my God.
And some of the best steeps in New South Wales. And for the adrenaline junkies, there are 4 terrain parks to explore.
I would have thought the ski resorts in Australia were like, you know, kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, we've got it. We figured out some places to do it. But these are incredible.
Backcountry skiers have access to some of the best options among all resorts, including the
I just didn't realize there were this many mountains in Australia.
shoots and Australia's highest peak, Mount Kosciuszko. However, this isn't as difficult as Mount Hutham, and to be fair, the area has a bias to intermediate riders, with mainly groomed cruisers and some steepish blues. Beyond skiing, Thredbo has plenty of activities to offer. The village is packed with trendy shops and restaurants, day spas, and even an Olympic-sized pool and rock climbing wall. And for a more luxurious stay, there are accommodation options ranging from youth hostels to luxury lodges, all powered by renewable energy. Number 1, Perisher. Finally, we've reached number 1.
Perisher. That's what I would do there. I would perish.
Renewable energy. Number 1, Perisher. Finally, we've reached number 1.
What a crazy name.
And on the list, Perisher in New South Wales is by Australian standards a mega resort. With the largest skiable terrain and the greatest numbers of lifts in Australia.
These are the most incredible ski resorts I've ever seen. I mean, I've never, I guess it's not like I've looked up the world's most amazing ski resorts, but this could be it.
As well as the Southern Hemisphere. With 113 runs and over 1,200 acres of skiable terrain, Perisher is the perfect destination for skiers who like their mountains big and their runs long. That is more than double most of the other resorts Australia has to offer.
You could get lost out here for months.
The size has also made Perisher the most popular snow destination in Australia, with 4 different resort areas, including Blue Cow, Smiggin Holes, Guthaga, and
This is like the Aspen of Australia.
There's no shortage of terrain to explore, and if you're an intermediate skier, you'll feel right at home here, as Perisher caters primarily to this ability level. However, the mountain has little to offer upper advanced and expert riders.
Well, I thought I might be intermediate, but after watching this, I think maybe I have to stick to the bunny slope.
If you're into kickers and rails, Perisher offers 5 terrain parks, including a super pipe, and is the home of the world's best Australian freestyle skiers and snowboards.
I would love to just go and watch.
Compared to other Australian resorts, Perisher is one of the highest ski resorts, reaching 2,050 metres. Whilst Australia isn't known for its powder, Perisher snow quality fares better than other Aussie ski resorts, thanks to aspect and altitude. Cross-country skiers can glide along 100 kilometers of well-groomed trails through beautiful forests of gum trees. If you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of a wombat.
I thought that was a person. Someone send help.
Snuffling in the snow. How exotic is that?
No way.
That's it for today. Which resort would you love to visit in
any of them?
Australia? Thank you for watching. And
oh my god, wow, the skiing is no joke in Australia, apparently. Holy crap. That's amazing. The more you know. That would not have been my guess, that Australia is the ultimate skiing destination. But it seems to be one of them. You guys got it all. All right. Thank you for sending that in. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Mountain Sight, link down below for this video, going over these slopes. I'm going to go eat lunch. See you tomorrow.